Namaste Divine Tribe. It's Chi with Divine Vibrations with Chi. I am doing it a little different today. My setup wasn't working as well as I had hoped, and I had to repair, go a different route. Work, what do they call that? A pivot. I had to pivot. Today is all about pivoting for me, as the topic of today is letting things unfold as they should and meant to be. So if you're joining me today about talking about letting life unfold in front of us and dealing with the way life is, please jump onto the chat, share any nuggets of information that you might have about that very topic. And I'm also going to pull our daily affirmation to raise our frequency today, because let's be honest, having a positive frequency is a huge part of reaching our positivity goals and keeping our frequency high, and of course getting closer to accomplishing and accepting those things that we don't have any control over, but unfold before us. So let me start first with our positive affirmation. This is my positivity toolkit. I'm actually gonna, bear with me, I'm gonna scoot this back just a little bit. There we go. Awesome. And let me just pull out an affirmation from my affirmation basket here. I've got like a whole bunch of affirmations in there, and I'm going to let the universe pick what we need to hear today by randomly picking it out. So let's see what it has to say. This is awesome. It says, I believe I overcome any obstacle because I am running my own race at my own pace. There it is. So you can go ahead and put that in your phone, or write it down, or put it in the comment section. Again, I believe I overcome any obstacle because I am running my own race at my own pace. That's awesome. So that is it, right? Like so many times in life, things are unfolding before us. And this week has been one of those weeks for me. I am challenged with some of the changes in my life that are unfolding. I just found out that I will be adopting, and not in the way that you would normally think. I'm not adopting a dog, and I'm not adopting a kid. My elderly father is coming to probably stay with me, and he's got some health issues. He suffered a massive stroke and has some deficits and is in need of care. And so I just found out that my dad's going to be coming to stay with me after talking to my siblings about that. And yeah, I'm learning how to pivot and how to let things unfold as they are. Because to be honest, we don't have a whole lot of say in a good majority of things in our lives, right? And in our culture, we really believe in taking care of our elderly. I'm Indian and Sri Lankan, and taking care of our family members in their time of need. And unfortunately, circumstances as they are unfolded the way they have. And I am learning how to pivot and to accept and go with the flow and see where it leads me and where it goes. So, yeah, so that is my message for today, is to really let things unfold and flow with those things. And and I won't lie, it is a little bit of a frustrating situation because it's not something that I prepared for, or was prepared to take on at this time. Uh, and most of us aren't, right? That's exactly what life is about, is that uh, things come at us, circumstances come at us, situations happen, just like what's going on in the environment today. Stuff happens. And 90% of the time, we are reacting to the stimulus around us. But as I was reading my Eckhart Tolle book about trying to be in the now and trying to accept, right? Trying to accept what is coming at me in the now and how it's coming at me, and trying to keep my frequency high, and trying to accept that there is a silver lining to this, and there is a positive experience that's going to come out of this, and that I'm going to learn from it. And I guess my old experience of being a caregiver in an Alzheimer's facility, and in a care home and foster care is all going to come in handy, right? Because I did deal with people with dementia and people with loss of memory loss and behavioral issues and things like that. And here I am faced with that very same circumstance with my own parent. So there must be a reason the universe wants me to handle this, or feels that I am capable of handling this, and therefore it has landed in my immediate space. So I believe I overcome any obstacle because I am running my own race at my own pace. I'm going to put that in there. Daily affirmation. Hold on. I believe I overcome any obstacle because I am running my own race at my own pace. All right, there it is. So let me go ahead and pull some positivity cards and see where we're at. I'm also going to pull a tarot card today because I feel inspired to do so. And we're going to use the Golden Universal deck. I love this deck. It's so pretty and uplifting, and I just love it. So I'm going to pull it out. Let's see what it actually says for us today. I'm just going to let one card come out. Like a jumper. I'm going to take actually two cards came out, and we're going to go with those. The Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So we got the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is actually upside down. So I guess it kind of doesn't, it does kind of feel, the Four of Pentacles is usually you're holding on to something really tight. And so maybe that's actually a pretty good thing that it is upside down, because I have let go. Maybe some of you have let go of a circumstance that is kept you out in the cold and is unfolding right now, and that you're not sure about, and it's making you feel some type of way with a person or a circumstance. And it's this is kind of funny. And 4 and a 5 is 9. So to me, 9 is the highest level of change as well, and changes are happening in my life and a lot of people's lives. But as you see these cards right here, usually with the Four of Pentacles, you're holding on to something really, really tight. And with it being upside down, it kind of lets me know that I've kind of let go, or maybe someone else it needs to let go, or is yeah, about a circumstance that maybe has put you out in the cold, felt like you were put out in the cold, or feeling a sense of injury and lack, or maybe it's a little painful. So for those of you who don't know, and I've mentioned this before, my dad and I don't exactly have the greatest of relationships. Uh, he, his culture, the way he was brought up, he basically is a pretty super misogynistic kind of person. He feels like women are here to serve, and he didn't appreciate the three daughters that he was gifted, I guess you could say. And growing up, it was a challenge with him because he didn't always treat us very well, and he always wished he had sons. And so now that we're back in a position where we're taking care of him, and in his uh, end stage of life, and being put in a position where he's now relying on us uh, as children to take care of him, I'm having to learn to let go and let things unfold, because I have some deep rooted hurt about the way he has treated me as a daughter. And I guess, like the Four of Pentacles upside down, letting go, letting it unfold, and just saying, all right, he's still my dad. And whether or not he was a good person to me growing up, my dad abandoned us in many ways, emotionally and physically, and financially. And at times spiritually. So he was somewhat of an alcoholic. He was abusive. And so coming to terms with all those things of the person that he was, and now the fact that he's had a stroke and he's not that person, right? He is that person. He's the body of that person. And he's actually kind of a little worse in that he's that person, but now he's an angry person because he's dealing with all these effects of his stroke, and the inability of his losing his freedom, his inability to make decisions for himself, the cognitive decline that he's experiencing, the physical decline that he's experiencing, and the frustrations around all of that, right? And he's having to deal with things that are unfolding in his life that are out of his control, that also we ourselves, as children of his, are having to accept as well, and our role in how we're going to care for him going forward. And then on the other aspect of it, I'm dealing with it I'm the oldest daughter. And so in a lot of ways, to him growing up, I was a disappointment because I didn't pick going into engineering, or I didn't pick a high profile type of position that made a whole lot of money, and I actually got married really young. And my dad didn't appreciate the man that I married, and so he didn't like him at all, and they clashed a lot. And he was of a different culture as well as religious background, and so those things all factored into that. And And I guess what I'm trying to say is like out of all of those things, I have to let it go. I have to let it all unfold and see where it's going to go. And now I'm in the process of trying to figure out how we're going to get him here to live with me, how I'm going to work with taking care of him as well as being a single parent and taking care of my kids and letting it kind of unfold one little thing at a time. And so, and believing, right? And breathing and being in the now and just accepting the fact that some things in life we just don't have any control over. Most things in life we don't have any control over. And yeah, I could say, nope, I don't want to take care of him, but that would be selfish. And as much as I think some part of me wants to, another part of me also knows that I shouldn't. And that there is some type of blessing in all of this, that the universe has my back in dealing with this, and that it will unfold the way it needs to. And I will come out better for it. So 5 of Pentacles and 4 of Pentacles. Those were the 2 cards that we got today from the tarot. And then let's see here. We're going to go with I'm feeling inspired to go with the Sacred Earth Oracle. And we're going to go with the Nature's Whispers Oracle today. These are the ones that I'm feeling really super drawn to. And see what messages they have for us. And then we'll call it a day. Let's see here. I just love this deck. It is so beautiful. If anyone's ever seen this, and the cards are just, they're just gorgeous artistry there. I don't know if you can see that better, but I'm just gonna shuffle and let's see what we get. I'm trying to figure out my setup here a little bit, and that's another thing I'm going to have to figure out, right? Is like my setup and my space, my little studio that I have, my studio space. Everything's going to have to change. So let's see what the universe wants us to. Oh, there it is. Couple went flying. Okay, well, I got 3 of them, and I'm going to read all 3 because I feel like that's what it's telling me to do. So, I've got Brilliance. Look at how pretty that card is. Brilliance. Fortitude. Look at how strong that card looks. It's like every strong creature I can think of. A falcon, a wolf, a stag, and a mountain lion, and an otter. All very strong survival animals, right? And renewal. All right, so it says for renewal, let's see. Spiritual meaning. Listen, your heart is calling. A thirsty heart cannot be quenched by logic. It must drink from the well of life and be replenished each time it breaks. It comes to hold more, but its essence does not change. Your heart holds your truth in every breath. What does it say? Listen, and you shall be reborn. And the insight says, billowing blankets of snow, fleecy elder down clouds, unblemished sheets of ice like freshly laundered linen for land, sky, and sea, creamy wisps of white flow and swirl across the heavens and cover Earth's extremities. Unbroken white stretches out like a fresh canvas as nature pauses to consider where to make the first brushstroke. A winter dawn, iced white, like a page not yet written, a love not yet tested or tasted, a day not yet lived. Footprints in the snow, shapes in the clouds, tracks in the ice disappear like they never were. Life makes its mark. Life makes its mark with no obligation, no expectation, and its masterpiece is lost beneath the next snowfall. White where time is frozen like an expectant hiatus, lost to a blank page, refreshing, perpetual renewal is here, now, always awaiting you. That's beautiful. It's a very beautiful card. So maybe this opportunity that I'm embarking on with my dad is an opportunity for renewal, right? In our relationship. The next one is fortitude. Boy, I'm going to need a lot of fortitude here. And it says, spiritual meaning that you are dearly loved is an eternal truth. For in the grand cosmic scheme of things, love is the only thing that never changes. When all around you changes, as it most surely will, love will always be there. The fact that you are dearly loved will never change, for to love is love's will. And then it says, the mountain watches the coming and goings of time. Snow or fire may ravage its surface, but its center is unchanged. Ice drifts into streams that reach to the ocean. Ash sinks into the soil and rekindles growth. You are a mountain. The comings and goings of life might rage on the surface, but your center, is strong, watchful, and enduring. Harsh words, criticisms, and doubts are like pebbles. They might be flung your way, and you may notice them, but they cannot touch your core. The mountain is anchored deep in the earth and rises beyond the clouds. Feel the sure footings of your foundation. Connect to your center that cannot be rocked. Rise to your lofty heights, and you can see forever. Fortitude. That's actually pretty strong. I love it. And it says its earthly meaning is try to see name calling, roadblocks, or challenges as insignificant annoyances. You can see this through strong foundations, core values, and lofty ideals will outlast, outsmart, and outclass a detractor. It will take less energy to stand firm now than it will to back down. Steady your focus on the bigger picture. Be stoic. You can get through this. And then the last one is brilliance out of this pack. And then we'll get one out of the other one. All right, brilliance. The earthly meaning, an underlying fear of success. New ideas threaten old ways. Positive change respects the past and the future. Put your thinking cap on and brainstorm. Step outside of conformity and well-meaning advice. Creative energy is generated through conversation and play. Be prepared for loud applause and the accompanying criticism. Experimentation recharges an interest. A sudden realization brings dramatic change. And in the spiritual meaning, it says an inspirational thought that flows into your heart and something new is born. You are focused, inspired, and intuitively guided towards success. much is accomplished with seemingly little effort because the force of love and purpose is on your side. Your work and energy shall touch the hearts of many. Embrace your mental brilliance as part of your light. Oh, I like that. Well, that was uplifting because, and I needed to hear that because of what's going on right now is, accepting the things that I cannot change and letting it unfold. And maybe that there is something that is awesome that's going to come out of this. I write a lot. I personally love to write. And I put down my thoughts a lot. I journal a lot. And maybe this experience of caregiving for my dad might lead to a book idea or you never know. Anyway, so being open to these changes and being open to what's going on is going to be the life lessons that maybe leads me down a different path that maybe I would not have taken if I had not had this circumstance unfold before me. And also being open, right? Being open in the moment and just understanding that, this is what it is. And I'm just going to have to go with it. So here's the Nature's Whispers. And let's see if we can get a card out of here. And if, the universe wants us to have one. Yep. Got 2 cards. Yep. There's 2. All right. There's 2 in there. And we'll put those back. And let's see what it says. The first one is Catch Your Breath. And the second one is Hope and Happiness. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are so pretty. I just love the artwork in this deck and this author, and I will put them in the description box. So it says Catch Your Breath. I'm going to need to. And then Hope and Happiness, right? There we go. So let me just read what Catch Your Breath means and what it's trying to tell us. I don't have these all memorized, but Catch Your Breath obviously means that maybe you need a reprieve. Maybe some of you are letting something unfold in your life that's going on right now, and you actually need to catch your breath. It's been a long road. It's been unfolding in ways that you didn't expect, and you need a moment. And maybe you need a small vacation. Maybe you need a little reprieve and some time for yourself to catch your breath and care for yourself, because self-care is super important, especially when you're caregiving for somebody else, right? And we often, as caregivers and family members and primary caregivers of children, as parents, we don't always take a good amount of time for ourselves as we should. It says, take a break and enjoy a quiet period. This time can be used to regroup, recover, and stabilize yourself. It is wise to keep in mind the fact that this is for a limited period of time. You are pausing to regain your footing as you evaluate your environment. Check to see if you need to clear any ill will with anyone. Ask for forgiveness and be willing to forgive as necessary to move forward. Enjoy this downtime. Acknowledge the importance of recharging your energy so you are refreshed and ready to tackle life and any challenges that come your way. And the next one is Hope and Happiness. And it says, you have reached a time filled with healing energy, new progress, and satisfaction. You are at a point for festivity. The energy in this phase is supportive and promotes a feeling of winning. Let worries or challenges from the past fade away as you focus on the joy that is surrounding you. Feel encouraged and excited about the potential of all of the wonderful promises that are being kept. Celebrate and enjoy your life. Okay. So I hope that this helped you today, and that the daily affirmation, I believe I overcome any obstacle because I am running my own race at my own pace. And then our different affirmation cards. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, please like and subscribe my videos. hit the notification bell for upcoming videos that I have. And I hope in some way that this helped raise your frequency. Maybe it sparked a thought that might help you in your daily life as things are unfolding for you. Know that we mostly don't have any control over what is happening to us, but we do have control over how we react to the stimulus that is coming toward us. And that by changing our frequency and keeping our frequency at a positive high level, it actually allows for gifts to roll in from the universe, versus if we had a negative frequency. So namaste. Thank you so much. And you guys have a great day. Join me again soon. Again, like and subscribe. Bye.